Well, hello again. Welcome to Making Stuff Up with Wendy. I am Wendy Watkins, the Joy Coach, and making stuff up is the intersection of creativity and mindset. We bring it together to support you in enjoying a delicious life. Because if everything is made up, why not make up the good stuff? My guest today is Megan Matthews. Megan is a dear friend of mine. Over the last 6 years, we've become very close. She moved here to become a PhD candidate at Georgia Tech in physics. She's smart. And she is also an advocate for peace and racial justice. She is one of my most fun friends. We go on a lot of adventures together. And she is so committed to doing what she can do to making this world be a better place. And that's what I love. She does what she can do. And that's what I love about Megan. So I'm excited that you're going to get to meet her today. And we are going to be making jerk popcorn together. Yep, I actually popped a bunch of popcorn before we got together, and we're going to make some delicious jerk popcorn. And you are going to learn more about making stuff up and how it could support you in really living a life you love. So let's take a minute and join me in welcoming to Making Stuff Up, Miss Megan Matthews.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey, Megan.
I had to fluff my popcorn a little.
Yeah, it was getting a little, it needed a little attention.
A little deflated. It needed some fluff.
Yes, we love popcorn, the fluffy popcorn. I know, I was just telling everybody that we were going to be making Jamaican jerk popcorn.
Yum.
Good stuff, right? That's what I said. If we're making stuff up, let's make up the good stuff. Well, this is definitely going to be the good stuff.
Yeah, it's tropical, so it's like a vacation popcorn.
I never thought of it that way. Well,
that's what I made up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, as we always start here on Making Stuff Up, everybody that's here, including you, Megan, and myself, I already have one, gets an MSU. So now you can put behind your name, Megan Matthews, comma, MSU, because you make stuff up. And so I want to congratulate you and give you your MSU.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Ooh. I'm going to smell it. Hold on.
Yeah, this is probably the best smelling MSU I've given away.
Delicious.
So good. We're both smelling, we got to share, right? We love Carlton, and Chef Carlton has a wonderful subscription, and we use his sauces and spices, and we love what Carlton's up to. All right. So now we have the MSU, and I pretty almost burnt the butter, Megan.
I mean, it's just brown butter now. That's fine.
It's pretty close. I've never known how to brown butter, but now I browned it. So I just turned it.
There you go.
So Megan, when it comes to making stuff up, girl, what do you think about this whole MSU concept? How does it resonate with you?
I think in some ways I make stuff up all the time. There's usually a reason behind it. So it's not like, making stuff up from nowhere, but using some sort of evidence. I'm a scientist, so I use evidence. And then I make stuff up based on that evidence. But, nobody can tell me I'm right or wrong, really, because I'm the only one looking at it.
You're making it up that you are always right on time.
I mean, I do my best.
Yeah. Well, it's like that whole mindset thing, right? How we choose to use our mindset to make stuff up. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. There's that place when you're a scientist, you want the evidence. But then there's this whole other concept, right, of the power of thoughts and creating reality. But to bring it down to its simplistic thing that we could make up whether we're going to have a good day or a bad day by our thoughts, right?
And if you're having a bad day, it's okay to have a bad day and just make up tomorrow will be a good day. That's usually the way I roll with it. Like,
Yeah,
all
and
right, it's just today.
exactly. It's a great way to roll with it because so many people don't allow themselves to have that bad day and they push through and they
Mhm.
don't allow themselves to feel those emotions. And that's not a good thing.
I mean, it just builds up for later usually. So
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
your nap, cry, do what you need to do, and have a better day tomorrow.
exactly. Eat some popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you made this one before?
No, but I've been tasting my seasoning mix and it's really good.
Yeah. Megan went above and beyond with her seasoning mix. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here, Megan. Tell them a little bit about the recipe.
Okay, I wanted to make the Jamaican jerk popcorn, which was a Food Network popcorn recipe. And I wanted to make it because there was toasted coconut and lime, and that seemed tropical. And I knew I had those things. And I thought I must have jerk seasoning, but I did not have jerk seasoning. So I looked up what goes into jerk seasoning and had most of those ingredients, plus this lovely MSU that I just got, finished off everything I needed, and mixed everything together in this cute little bowl with my tiny whisk and made a pretty delicious jerk seasoning mix.
Ooh. Wow, I bet you're on fire now.
It's a little spicy. It's definitely the cayenne, the red pepper flake. They're a little spicy, but then there's brown sugar and garlic powder, onion powder. I don't remember all the things that
Yeah,
are
kind of. Yeah,
in the
yeah,
mix, but
yeah.
it's a little
Curry
spicy.
powder. So the recipe I'm going to put in the play notes for you all, so you'll have it there when you want to make your popcorn. And I'll also put in the link that Megan gave me on how to pop your popcorn at home because it is
Mm.
so easy and so delicious. I'm super excited. Once I can learn how to make a good kettle corn, I'll never buy a bag of popcorn again. Super exciting.
Mm-hmm. And it's fun to pop popcorn on the stove.
Yes.
Makes fun noises. It's a whole activity. It's a lot of fun.
I had one come flying out when I opened the lid. That was fun too. I was like, whoa, hello.
That's very fun. I had no unpopped kernels, so I was very proud of myself.
Oh my goodness.
Popped all my kernels.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, girl. Well, let's tell us what's next. I'm gonna step over here 1 second. Tell us what the next step is.
All right. So, I mean, I have my seasoning all mixed up. So the next step is to put that into some melted butter
Okay.
and pour that onto the popcorn. Also put in the toasted coconut, the lime zest, and the scallions that I have, but you don't have.
I don't have the scallions, but I do have that little bowl.
Little bowls everywhere.
We like little bowls. All right, so that you're just gonna put all that in the butter. All of the. I'm gonna bring my butter.
I'm gonna put my dry seasonings, like my jerk mix is gonna go in the butter.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put that on the popcorn and fluff and mix with this adorable spatula that I got from Wendy Watkins.
Oh, what a cute spatula that is.
It's a very good popcorn paddle.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I think I have one of those.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, the curry. So I'm doing it a little different. I'm using the spice that Carlton gave us. I'm also using I didn't know, this is a perfect thing when you have to fudge a recipe, is that you could use the garam masala if you don't have curry powder. I just learned that today. Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome. I'm all about riffing on recipes and substitutions. I don't think, even in baking, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I don't think I ever follow a recipe exactly. I always sort of don't measure something.
Well, would that be considered using the MSU when you riff on a recipe?
I think it might.
I think it is. I mean, because I know I typically think about it as my mindset, right? That
Mhm.
when something happens, I can make shit up about it, right? Or when I can also like make stuff up about people.
Yep, definitely. I mean, I do that all the time. Sometimes for fun.
Yeah, yeah. What we were doing, we were telling a story the other day, right? Making a story about this interesting couple we saw, and all from a place of love and having fun, not
Just how they might have met and where they
yes.
fell in love.
It was like we wrote a little love novel right there in the car. So,
It was very
I
fun.
mean, the MSU can be used in so many ways, but when we're talking about it and creating a delicious life, it's not only delicious food that we know we all love, that definitely enhances, but it's using your thoughts to help navigate a lot of this drama that we've been dealing with these days, this last,
Mhm.
not for a long time, for a long time. And it's just another tool to be able to support you in thinking something better.
Yep. I think especially, like getting vaccinated, things opening up, like things changing. What does that mean? Different for everybody. So like you got to make up your own rules about that and make up your own sort of comfort level and do what you can to stick to it.
Yeah, and I love you saying that because you got to do what feels good,
Mm.
right? I know this smells incredible. I'm like, this is going to be on my popcorn. Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
yeah. All right. I'm going in with my zesty scallions.
That they go in the butter.
They're going in the popcorn. I put
Oh,
my spice butter mix in my popcorn.
already, okay. Let me do that. Now, what about the lime zest and the coconut? They go in after.
I think once, so like here, let me see if I can. I have
Oh
kind of
wow!
spicy looking. It's a little darker. It's got some color to it. So I just kept paddling like this until the spices were distributed. And now I'm doing that with the zest and the scallions and then the coconut. And then that's it. And then it's done.
It is so simple. I need a paddle.
And then it's done.
I'm getting hot.
Yeah, I didn't put salt in my seasoning mix, so you may want to do a few pinches of salt as
Yeah.
you're folding too, because I did that before on the popcorn. I didn't do it in the seasoning.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. Let me
I
get
cheated.
little salt.
I let my popcorn sit for a while, so I pre-seasoned it.
We should have done that. Matt told me something recently about salt or any spices. Did you know this, that you should do it from high, like sprinkle things from above, because it lets it come out finer and evenly coats a little bit better. I
Huh.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I know like when you're spreading flour on a surface, you want to like move your wrist and not your elbow.
Mm.
Like that gives you a better spray. Like you
Oh,
want to
that's
kind of hold your
interesting.
hand slack and move
Okay.
your wrist instead of like using your whole arm.
Huh. All these different
But I've
things.
never heard the salt. That's nifty.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm doing, look at this coconut in popcorn. Toasted
Mm.
coconut. So we zested the lime and toasted the coconut.
Drizzle, 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 drizzle.
Drizzle. Oh my goodness. This is going to be amazing.
This is some decadent popcorn. And
Uh,
the buttery spice mix sort of helps things stick to the kernels, which is good.
yes. Yum, yum. So,
Ooh, baby.
what do you think would be, because I know that for you, and where what's happening in our world right now and the impact we're all going through and learning how to be in this new world, how
Yep.
would you suggest that people use their MSU to navigate through this? Any ideas on that?
I mean, I can only say what I do and what works for me, and maybe it'll work for other people. And if that does, that's great. um, and I think you do this too, and I think I definitely learned more of it from you, is trying to just sort of link up more with the community around you.
Mhm.
And maybe not, making things up, but making up new activities or new ways of doing things you've always done, like different stores to shop at or different like I've become a really big fan of farmers markets during the pandemic, especially because I started One, shopping outside was great. I really liked that I could be in an open air space to go and get things. I had more time to cook, so I could get fresh produce and really spend time cooking it and not letting it go bad. So when I don't have time to cook anything, now I'm working from home, so I can like actually cook stuff in the middle of the day. But yeah, so just like learning who grows things around me and how can I buy from them and support them, and who are they, instead of, oh, let me just go to insert big box supermarket here, where yeah, you might talk to the cashier and have like a minor interaction, but I don't know, make up knowing more people and having more connections. And that's what I've tried to do more of.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's great. Yeah, it sounds like you're saying that you used your time a little bit more consciously.
A good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like you made more conscious choices, and that happens when we can slow down. When we're all zooming around the world and doing, I think back of the pace of life before the pandemic. I'm like, how did I even do that and make any conscious choices moving so quickly?
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like, I don't even know how I did everything that I did before. It's like, oh, it was like a full day at a different building outside, and then I had to come home and do all this stuff. And yeah, definitely very different, but we'll see what happens. It's going back, or, figuring out how to embrace the changes
Yes.
and sort of reinstill different patterns and stuff. All right, I'm done mixing, so I have to taste my
Me
popcorn
too.
now.
I'm ready. I'm done mixing. Let's eat.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
I'm good.
Very yummy.
Hmm.
I can put the zest.
Yes, that's what I was just gonna say. The zest.
The zest is like so strong, even though I
You
didn't
don't
use
think
much.
to put zest in popcorn, but it really does bring it alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the coconut, it's kind of like a hint of the coconut. Mm, so good.
Not doing pretty on camera eating. I'm just sort of shoving it in my mouth. Oops.
It happens. It's okay.
Mm. It's really good.
Well, this is a recipe I definitely suggest you all try.
Ooh.
It is so tasty. A little spicy for sure. Tense, jerk popcorn.
You
But
could make up less cayenne though.
you
You need
can.
a spice mix. Just use a little less. Woo.
Yeah.
I did not do that.
That is so funny. Well, it is we both like spicy food. So it's just, to me, when I get this much spice, I have to keep eating it. So I don't really feel the burn, because if I keep eating it, it'll just, move along.
Mhm. I got one sip of coffee left too, so it's got some cream in it.
Ah,
That might help, but I'm
might
gonna
help
keep the burn going.
neutralize it for sure, for sure. Well, cool. So what else? Anything else you want to say about the MSU today?
It's delicious and everyone should make it. It's super easy. Once you pop popcorn on the stove, you'll never go back.
Yep, it's true. It's true. It's true. And I'll add in, once you start paying more attention to how you feel, right? And that's the one thing I love about you, Megan, is you, if it feels good, you do it. If it doesn't feel
That's
good, you're
very
not
true.
going to do it. No excuses. And, some people would use their MSU to make up, well, what are they going to think if I don't do this, and go down that rabbit hole? You don't do that.
I try not to. I do my
Oh,
best. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't show over here, because I really admire that in you. And I think that's a great way for us to use our MSU, is to find what feels good for us and use our MSU to know that, to make up that people are happy with the decisions I make, not that people are pissed about the decisions I make, because you'll never really know unless they tell you.
Or you know, the decision you make didn't impact them and they didn't think about it. And that's maybe better, right? Like, I don't know. We can all get hung up on, oh, I bet they're still thinking about that thing that I did. But like, we make up that shit all the time, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't know if I was allowed to curse. But yeah, we make that stuff up all the time.
We do.
So,
we
yeah,
do.
you don't have to because, you know, they probably aren't thinking about that.
It's so true. It's so true. So yeah, for everyone listening, you know, remember, we make stuff up that people are either going to find delicious, hence the popcorn, or not so delicious. And that's, you know, you'll know by how you are feeling. And if you're not feeling so good, then just notice what it is that you're actually making up and change it the best you can.
Best you can, exactly.
Yep, the best you can. The best you can.
That's delicious advice.
Delicious. We love that deliciousness. All right, Megan. Well, thank you for being my guest. And everyone, thank you for joining us for today's episode of Making Stuff Up. If you've not subscribed, please do that. There's that little subscription thing you could click, and the recipe will be there. And feel free to share this with others that may need a little support in using their MSU to create a delicious life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you're going to make stuff up, yes, and enjoy the treats. If you're going to make stuff up, make up the good stuff. And we got some good stuff. Thanks again, Megan. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Wendy.
You're welcome, sweetie. Take care.